YouTube, what's up? This is Zero Nation, and for this video right here, I will be looking at a video just by the Justice League news. Might came out yesterday. I know that I might be late on it, but let's look at the video, and after the video, I will tell you my opinion about the news, and let us try to see if it's on here. If the video's still on YouTube and stuff like that, I hope it is. Let me see. Let me see if it's. I think I see it, but let me see though. Right about now.
What's up, everybody? Over the weekend, I flew out to London. I was on the set of Justice League. It doesn't hit theaters for another year and a half, but Warner Brothers was ready to drop a whole lot of information on us. They showed us new costumes, new sets, new scenes. We even saw a clip from the movie. We're going to cover a lot of ground right now.
It seems like they might make it more lighter.
We weren't allowed to take any pictures. We weren't allowed to do anything like that, but this is all going to be from memory description, and it was awesome. This is not something that I'm going to forget, so get your notepad out or just go to comicbook.com when we're done, because we've written all of this out because there is so much to talk about. First of all, Deborah Snyder, executive producer of the film, confirmed that Steppenwolf will be the villain. Now, we asked, has Steppenwolf been cast yet? She seemed a little iffy to tell us no. It seems like they're eyeing somebody, but they said that the villain has not been completely cast
I
yet.
hope they go to
Steppenwolf. It's going to be a mostly CGI character that they do through motion capture, but I don't know who could play that part. We did see a look at Steppenwolf in that deleted scene from Batman vs. Superman, which Zack Snyder said was their way of doing a post-credit scene. Now, next up, we got to look at all of the costumes. Everybody except for Superman, pretty much. We got Aquaman, Mera, Vulko, who's going to be played by Willem Dafoe, that they confirmed to us. Atlantean soldiers. Next up, they had the Flash, which is 148 pieces total. The Flash suit looks great. And you know what else looks great? The new Batman suit, which has little shades of blue to it. It's the same look as the gray suit that we saw in Batman vs. Superman, but it has a blue tint to it for sure. Kind of looks like that Frank Miller design a little bit. It's starting to come to life. It looks great. They also added some padding into the shoulders. The Aquaman suit was a very green, almost had an algae look to it. It was golden plates with a green algae feel to it, scales and gills, all these different inspirations for it. He had a 5-pointed trident. There was a trident with 3 points also there in the prop room. So it's interesting to think about. Maybe we're going to see two different parts, but we might just see an ancient Atlantean king played by Game of Thrones' Christopher Hivju. There was concept art of him in the role. No word on if that's official yet. There was concept art all over the place. And then the next costume that we saw, there was actually two Batman suits. There was a tactical suit which had a lot more armor on it. That was very easy for Batman to move around in. It had armor plates all around. It had straps on the core parts of it. Very, very cool looking suit, very dark suit. The model that we saw was completely black because it wasn't finished yet, but the concept art showed it was a gray suit. It had goggles over the cowl, and costume designer Michael Wilkinson told us that this was to get the lights to reflect, to give that white eye effect that the suit always gives in the comics. So that's a pretty cool look there. And Wonder Woman's suit pretty much unchanged. He said that she's been fighting in the same suit for almost 5,000 years now. So all the changes were just a little bit of different colors. The blue on the pants part seemed a little bit brighter, more vibrant, as did the red. The gold popped a little bit more. So it seems like they are making the movie just a little bit lighter and brighter, which takes me to the next comments from Deborah Snyder and Ben Affleck. Because Deborah Snyder, to start the day, told us that the movie is about teamwork, it's about hope. They had to get through Batman vs. Superman and this gritty, dark world that took us into this DC universe, and started with the two heroes fighting so that they could bring them all together. We're going to see Bruce trying to find all the metahumans and bring them together in a movie that will be much brighter and more inclusive for a younger audience, because Batman vs. Superman was a very dark movie. Some kids may have even gotten scared by it, but they said that this movie will be
I
a
like
lot
the
more
dark
fun.
tone in the movie.
It'll be a lot
Some
brighter.
people didn't like it, but I like the dark tone in the movie, though.
That was probably the best part of the day, was everybody's attitude for it and how everybody seemed very excited about it. Ben Affleck walked off the set in his full Batman costume and talked to reporters for a solid 15 minutes, which is a great sign, because Affleck sometimes doesn't even want to talk to press on set. I know that when he directs movies, he likes to keep a closed set, and he likes to keep everything private, but he was eager to talk to us. He was very enthusiastic, and he shared a lot of details. He said that the Batman movie, he confirmed he's directing it. He said he's working with Jeff Johns on a script, that the script isn't where he wants it to be yet, so that movie might take a little bit longer than Warner Brothers is looking at right now. But his energy and his positivity towards this film and what he's doing on set looked like a lot of fun, and it looks like he's really enjoying himself and has been just rejuvenated by this whole franchise and what they're doing in Justice League. And he did make it a point to say that even though Geoff Johns is stepping in and helping with a lot of things, and he is serving as an executive producer on Justice League, this is still very much Zack Snyder's vision. But everyone's attitude as a whole seemed very bright. Ezra Miller looked like he was having a blast. Personally, after what I saw on the set, Ezra might be the best part of the entire movie. His Flash character looks to be a ton of fun, which is exactly what this movie needs, what this entire franchise needs, is more fun and bright moments. And in the scene we filmed, which was J.K. Simmons' first day on set as Commissioner Gordon, Ezra Miller gets to deliver a line at the end of the scene. It's a joke, it's funny, and it even made some of the toughest critics of the press that were in attendance laugh. It was a great moment. And in the clip we saw, which was Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen meeting for the first time, an incomplete cut of the scene, which Zack Snyder told us there was a few special effects missing, and we could tell there was actually a batarang that Batman throws at him, which is what makes Barry realize that Bruce is Batman and join him in the Justice League, or what's forming as the Justice League. And it had plenty of jokes, it had plenty of character, and anybody who's worried about Ezra being compared to Barry Allen as portrayed by Grant Gustin, it's gonna be okay, guys. Ezra is doing a great job. He looks like he's bringing a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. Him and Ray Fisher, Cyborg, were dancing in between takes. They're having a good time. Now, finally, last thing we're going to talk about, we saw plenty of sets. We saw 3 different sets. We saw the Crawler, which is one of Batman's new 4-legged, it looks like a spider, but it's giant. It carries up to 3 members of the Justice League, and the concept art had Cyborg and Wonder Woman in it beside him. They only made the cockpit of that. The rest will be CGI, but it leads to a scene from the rooftop that sends them into Stryker's Island, actually, a ventilation tower where they go fight a nest of parademons. It's going to be pretty cool to see this thing in action. It was pretty cool.
Ain't the parademons it was Darkseid?
There was the Gotham City Ironworks, which is where the Justice League troop carrier, which they're calling the Flying Fox, was being kept above. They had a big green setting above there to help the lighting, as if the shadow of this thing was down there on the set to help the director of photography. I mean, the set was beautiful. There was the new Batmobile, which has some weapon upgrades, but this Flying Fox can carry the Batmobile. It can carry the entire Justice League. It's got multiple floors. And finally, that Gotham City rooftop, which was the scene I was talking about earlier, which had Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman talking to Commissioner Gordon. It was a rainy set. It was beautifully done. It was a huge, massive piece surrounded by green screen, which is going to have the Gotham City skyline around them. It was just a really impressive day on the set. I have to say, the one thing I noticed is that Warner Brothers and DC Films seem to be listening to the fans. We need to get excited about this movie. I know it's very far away, but this day on set was totally rejuvenating. It should bolster your enthusiasm for this film, and you should go read all about it on comicbook.com, because there is so much to talk about and so much that we learned from this set visit that if you're a comic book fan and you want to see a good Justice League movie, it seems like Warner Brothers is doing that for us, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and check out all our other videos. I'm Brandon Davis. We could talk more on Twitter if you want, or just leave it in the comments section.
YouTube, I like this video because the video made me more informative, but in case y'all missed it, the picture right here, if y'all not a comic book fan, the pictures that's on here is Aquaman, Cyborg, Batman, Superman, Justice League, and Flash. But as I've seen so far in Justice League Part 1, Superman might not be in it. But that don't make no sense to me, because if you gotta make a Justice League, don't leave Superman out, because Superman is the leader, and Superman morals, I think, in my opinion, that he might learn how to not kill people. I think that people will start complaining about. But in the first Man of Steel movie, I like that movie. In Man of Steel movie, he had no choice but to kill General Zod, because if he wouldn't have did that in the first Superman movie, Man of Steel, then the families wouldn't have got killed. But Superman didn't want to do it. But also just at the same time, he knew that he had to do it. But in this movie, it made me more excited to look at this movie, in my opinion. But I hope this movie right here, it just is gonna be good or better just in Batman vs Superman, I think. Because this movie might be funnier seeing like since Flash, Cyborg in it, and Aquaman. I wanted to see how WB is gonna just gonna put Aquaman in this league right here, because it gotta be kind of hard, I think. But I think they could do it. But I just want to figure out how they're gonna do it. Just when the trailer come out next year, I hope the movie gonna be good for me. me now, in my opinion, I like the Batman vs Superman movie. I like it, but some people don't like it. Cause for me now, I get the meanings behind certain stuff within the movie. Some people don't, and certain people expect Justice League go by the Marvel formula. Me, I like the Marvel formula, but Marvel don't change the storyline sometimes. Cause it seemed like in the Civil War movie, I thought Tony got over his parents' issues. I think Tony Stark. Cause it seemed like every Marvel movie, Ant-Man had daddy issues, Iron Man had daddy issues, and in the Civil War movie, it didn't seem like a civil war. It seemed like an argument, a disagreement, or something like that, instead of a civil war. But the movie was good. I like the movie because I like Scarlet Witch. I like the whole cast. That I like the Black Panther and Spider Man. I can't wait for the Black Panther movie to come out. But it's DC right here. The Justice League movie is gonna be good. But I hope there might be a 2-part movie on 1 part. If this like Justice League 1, just put that part that Justice League 1, and you're gonna Justice League 2. Let's let it be part 2, in my opinion. And YouTube, if you agree with me on that part, just put it down below. And YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all next video.